tomorrow's the evening. It's peel the potatoes, gut rot sweet wine from a friend of mine in Sierra Morena, where I've just spent 2 days looking at a golden eagle chick that unfortunately for me fledged the morning I arrived. So, but anyway, I had a lovely 2 days exploring an area I've never been to before, and this is it. This is my companion for the afternoon. Sausage, and this is it. Peeling sweet potatoes and potatoes, gut rot wine and a London Underground cup, and a dog for company. How glamorous. Whoa. Oh, you won't like this, believe me. Tick. Whoa. We'll save that till later. So this is it. Me and you, eh? Wow, how the other half live, eh? So, on tomorrow's busy filming schedule, it's a morning of computer work, and just when it's extremely hot, the hottest part of the day, we're going to kayak up to the Imperial Eagles nest just to see how the 3 chicks are getting on, and hopefully film some jumping up and down in the nest and flapping their wings, practicing for the day they fledge action, which will be quite soon. And if we're lucky, we might get the adults appearing with some food for them, because there's 3 very hungry chicks in that nest, and this close to fledging. They'll be doing a lot of practicing, burning a lot of energy, jumping up and down and flapping, so the adults will need to bring plenty of food back, so I'm hoping to film that tomorrow. This one loves to catch flies, huh? Trouble is, you're not very good at it. So. Oh, it's that time of the day when you have to wake up. How cruel is that? But luckily it was a mosquito-free night, so I can't complain. Off in the distance over there is the Santuario Virgin de la Cabeza, the Nuestra Virgin de la Cabeza. It's the oldest romeria in Spain. Several 100,000 people go there for a big Catholic shindig every year, once a year. And that's it, perched up on top of the hill, just to the left of the moon. We'll be in and out of this kayak along the reservoir in a dozen different places, looking at different things, so my feet are going to be soaked, and the thought of wearing plastic non-breathable welly boots in 36-degree heat doesn't appeal. So and your feet, you'd rot. Your feet and your ankles and your legs, they would sweat. They'd be you'd need new ones at the end of the day. They would be rotten. So I think I've just found the most perfect filming location. Absolutely superb. This will do. This is where we are. As you can see, it's there's a huge spine of these rocks that just heads up the mountain. Plenty of places for nesting birds. I think the eagle's still up, yeah, he's still up there on the other side. So what we'll do is we'll just tie up to this somehow. Okay. To a large stone that won't be dragged. If this thing floats off down the reservoir, I've got a hell of a walk back. We're gonna set up just here, clear a few stones, and we've got a nice clear view of the nest, and the eagle is up there, and excellent. What more do you want on a, I don't even know what day it is. I tend to forget the days when I'm doing this. Okay. I nearly had a heart attack when I pulled up here. I was looking in the wrong bag. I hid my binoculars in my food bag, wrapped in something, and I was looking in my camera bag and I couldn't find the binoculars, and the thought of paddling back all the way just to get my binoculars was not very appealing, but here they are, thank God. And let's just check and see if the eagle's up there. Yep, it is an imperial, definitely, not a golden eagle. So that's what the Spanish call probably one of its posaderos. It's one of its sort of lookout points. It's high up, overlooks the whole reservoir, and it can obviously see the rabbits and whatever, grouse, red-legged partridge, pardel, landing, roaming around on the hillside. So. All right, it's time for third breakfast. I'm desperate to go for a swim and jump off these rocks and go and cool off. It's really warming up, but I'm absolutely terrified of missing the eagle landing in the nest with some food. So, afraid I couldn't resist it any longer. It's far too hot. I need a swim, and if I miss the eagle, well, it'll come back and feed again. Beautiful.
lots of incredible dragonflies flying around here. I must come back here with a stills camera and a macro lens. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful dragonflies, or libellula in Spanish.
I haven't seen the pair of them, the adults, for at least an hour and a half. They were flying way over the ridge, did a couple of loops around. They haven't landed for a couple of hours, but they were flying about an hour and a half ago. The sun's almost overhead, so the light's going to be pretty crappy soon. Well, it is now, but we'll stay here till about maybe 2:30, 3, and then we'll kayak back past the nest and then just disappear into the trees behind and set up camp there for the afternoon until sunset and film from that direction, which is exactly where, when I left yesterday, beautiful afternoon light, and I passed by the nest in my kayak and the eagle lands with a rabbit. That was soul destroying, I can assure you. I actually don't believe this. I am paddling past the eucalyptus tree where the nest is, and I see a silhouette coming towards me, coming from the direction from the west, from the sun. What is it? It's one of the adults with a rabbit. Yes, an adult eagle that I've been trying to film landing with food all day in the nest and missed it 3 times. And it has just landed in that tree right next to me with a rabbit. And I'm paddling past it on my way back because I've had enough. Can you believe my luck? Oh my good God. That could only happen to me, seriously. The nest is in the top of that tree there. I spent the whole day up here, and just for one reason or another, my own stupidity, and just not being ready. I mean, I will nail it within a few days, and just as I pack up and leave, it comes in with a big rabbit hanging down from its claws, glides in beautifully in the best light of the day. Murphy's, sods, whatever you want to call it, some sort of law, but anyway, never mind. There she goes. And there goes the eagle. Not that you can really see very much with a GoPro lens, but take my word for it. Okay. 2 chicks in the nest. No adults around. They're obviously both off hunting. They're about that big. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm back at the Imperial Eagle nesting area, and I've found the most incredible place to film from. I'm looking directly into the nest, uninterrupted view, and the 3 of them are just lazing around. It's getting a little bit crowded in there now because of their size. They've got another 3 to 4 weeks to go, and they're growing more and more. It's going to be chaos. It's much better for these eagles if there's 1 or 2, but there's 3 in there, so it's going to get a little bit tight on space, and I'm really looking forward to filming over the next couple of weeks
every few days because they're struggling now. There's 3 of them, they're all hunched up. If one of them flaps their wings, it's chaos. If 2 of them do it, God only knows. And the other day, one nearly fell out of the nest, so there's another 3 to 4 weeks of this sort of action going to go on. And the good thing is that even when they've fledged, the adults will return to the nest with them as they go out flying. They'll bring them back here to feed. So I've got weeks of filming here. I've built the hide about 150, 200 meters away from the eagle's nest, and the adult landed about 45 minutes ago, dropped off some food, only stayed for a couple of seconds, which is a bit disappointing because I was really hoping that it was going to maybe tear the food apart and to feed the chicks, but unfortunately I think the chicks have reached that stage now in their development that they can pretty much help themselves, and one of them basically opened its wings to protect the food that was dropped off and wouldn't let the other 2 feed. I filmed the adult taking off. It only stayed for a few seconds, but spectacular bird. I'm actually trying to I'm just planning now what to do. I definitely want to come back every couple of days. It's a bit of a slap, and I've only got 5 batteries at the moment, and I'm down to 2 full ones because I was filming things yesterday. So I might spend the rest of the afternoon here, way before it gets dark. Head back up into civilization, get everything charged, stock up on a bit more food from the car, and then come back and just basically paddle from where the drop-off point is for the kayak out down the reservoir to here on a daily basis, maybe every second day, or it depends, but I'm hoping another one of the adults is going to come back in the afternoon to feed the chicks. It's absolutely spectacular to see this thing fly close up. I wasn't ready. I mean, I was looking, but I was just looking in the wrong direction. I didn't know which direction the adult would coming, of course. And I'm a bit blindsided by a bush, but it came in across the reservoir to my left, which is the blind side, and it just landed, and I literally just managed to film it before it left. But I got it taking off and then disappearing along the reservoir behind the eucalyptus tree. So I mean, it was a good shot, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot more stuff before the chicks fledge, but I'm extremely happy at finding it. I might be able to get a little bit closer. I'm over 200. I am over 200 meters away. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer. That's the legal limit. But to be honest, out here, absolutely nobody's going to see me. If I was down on the reservoir, on the banks filming, yes. But I'm up here. But I've got to take the welfare of the chicks into concern. It's very unlikely, in fact it's basically impossible, that the adults would abandon them now, but I still don't want to be seen. I still want to maintain a healthy distance, but I might try to make a better angle from in the hide, because I'm a little bit blindsided, and of course I want to film the adult actually landing with the food in the claws. Anyway, we better concentrate. It's lunchtime, so we got to eat and film at the same time, but I can't talk to this and look through that and eat at the same time as much as I'd love to be able to. Still no sign of the adult, and I'm having great trouble staying awake. The heat is, well, let's just say it's turned up high, put it that way. There's no fishermen left in the lake, I don't think. Maybe one at the far end, but everybody else was gone. It's only 2:30, but it's warming up. Jesus, it's hot. The chicks are all sleeping. Occasional stretch of the leg or movement of the wing, but it's... I thought I heard something, but it's something on the other side of the river, reservoir. Whoa, I need matchsticks to keep my eyes open. My bus home, better than the number 19 going down Beaufort Street, wouldn't you say? Found an eagle's feather that seen better days. Give it to the visitors centre for the school kids to look at. I was just talking out loud to myself, thinking about mosquitoes. I had a couple in my van last night up at Via Matilda where I'm sleeping. And I'm just about to cast off from the shore and head back, and I was going to sleep down by the reservoir, and I've just looked at how many mosquitoes there are hovering around now, and I think it's an extremely bad idea, so I'm going to head back up the hill to where I normally sleep at La Lancha, because it's too hot to leave all the windows and the sunroofs closed at night, and if you leave them open with no mozzie screens, you wake up in the morning and it literally is join the dots, and judging by how many I'm looking at right now, you'll be able to do a Rembrandt on my backside. So I think it's a bit of a pain in the arse because I don't feel like driving anymore today, but I think I'm going to. Yes, decision made. Hasta mañana, as they say in Spain.